So yeah, we're over at Darren and Jane's pond. Again, we'll have a very quick look at that in a bizzle. But I just want to first mention and give a massive shout out to some sponsors that has arrived to the Peterborough Koi Club. So we've got a raffle today at the Peterborough Koi Club. Now we've got some koi grow food, which was given to us by a lovely chap down at the Newark show. And again, I'll put the details on screen now of his company. But yeah, he's given us a 6mm koi grow food for the raffle. And our good friend Nigel in the Peterborough Koi Club spoke to Koi, and Koi kindly donated us a couple of bags of koi food, some Ultimate Koi 49% protein, and some Colour Plus 37% protein. So that's fantastic. And then our good friend Carl from the Koi Club managed to get us a load of Kasuri posters and some booklets. So yeah, hopefully it will be a good day. So let's pop out while nobody's here yet. I'm a bit early setting up the kettle, getting it boiling, because it does take a good half an hour for that kettle to boil. But most of you have probably seen Darren's pond now. He was here just a few weeks ago for a very short visit with the Stoke Club. Yeah, filter house is now all fully up and running. He said he's just got to put an edging strip on that corner. But if you remember rightly, the bio side is in this side in a room, and then the mechanical is in a room that side. But these monster fish, the camera never does it justice. I mean, that fish down there is about 90 cm. It's that Orchiba that I love. But, yeah, we'll see if you come up in a bit. Let's go and have a look in the filter house again. So, door number 1, got the bio and all the air pumps. That's the return for the shower. Lovely bit of koi art there. Looks like he's running on the old 3-stage decliner, although it's not plugged in at the moment, so he might not be. Yeah, all neat and tidy in there. No door on this side yet. Don't know if he's going to put one on, but let's go through the window around the other side and have a look in there. Again, absolutely gorgeous garden. You'll remember he's got some lovely bonsais and a few carnivorous plants in the greenhouse. Yeah. So we're running on a oase drum. It's the little combi drum, I believe, the same as mine, because I can hear it bubbling away. But the waste comes into there, and he just uses that for watering the garden and bits like that. But since we visited, he just had that fitted a few days before we visited last time, the big WV, but he's now just got up double tempests. So that's all done neat and tidy. So coming from the skimmer, I believe, up through a one-way valve. That's quite a handy idea. And split up through 2 tempests, and then going out that way. I'm guessing that's the shower return. You know, let's see if we can follow the pipe. Is it coming down? Yeah, that's coming down and going into the shower. So there you go. Squeeze back out. Lovely, neat and tidy shower. Filter house. So all ready to rock and roll. But yeah, it's looking really smart now it's all finished, isn't it? But big old Orchibas up there. Oh, that is a monster fish. One day one of my fishes will get that big. I hope not too many of them though, because then I'll have to get rid of even more. But yeah, lovely. I'll snap back to you all at mine. So yeah, back at home, gonna crack on with the Easy Pod. But yeah, second raffle I've ever won. I've come home with a bag of koi food. So yeah, so massive shout out to Koi for sponsoring the club. Never used this particular food before, although we all know I do use a lot of Koi's food. In fact, I've got some in their mix already, but this is their more advanced, better quality stuff. And looks pretty good. So that won't be going in the main pond because it's quite high protein, but the small pond is still at 16 well, it's probably still at 17 degrees, but the heater's set to 16. But yeah, and then also a big shout out, I kept the old bag just for this particular video, but as you can see, my fish thoroughly enjoyed this food. Didn't notice a massive difference in colour. This went to a bit to both ponds actually, while the big pond was still warm, but 2.5 kilos between a lot of fish, you're not going to see much of a difference. You have to feed food for months before you notice any changes, but they enjoyed it, and because it's mostly all fish meal, they really enjoyed it. So yeah, bonus. So thank you to you two, Pride&Joy Koi and Quenny Koi, for sponsoring the video. Good morning, beautiful pond lovers. Today is another bright, dull day, but yeah, today we are talking about koi clubs. I've got my little koi banner up to welcome everybody out into the garden. So let's go outside and talk about koi clubs. So yeah, morning everybody. As you can see, the urn's out. I haven't got the teas and coffees out just yet, just because it's very early in the morning and the koi club members aren't due to be here till 10 o'clock. So Operation Garden Tidy Up is still underway, haven't finished yet. But some big changes have been made. The side is now on the little pond. The bonsais are now down this end, and the fish decided to splash everywhere. And yeah, my trees are now moved down that end. I've still got a bit of rubbish in this pile, although that blue bowl I am keeping that because that comes in handy. Little pond, not sure whether I'm selling that or keeping it yet. Might be good for spawning, don't know. New sheds up. Plenty more patio space. Still rubbish on there, but yeah, I need to get round to sorting out my rubbish pile, but it's almost bonfire night, so we may get the old incinerator going. I think it's still got another bit of use left in it, bless it, but yeah, getting there. All that down there is me composts and soils and gravels and stuff behind there, and then just me blue bowl and some more soils and composts down there. But yeah, so we're getting there. Tidy enough anyway to have a few people over for the koi club. Not sure how busy it's going to be today, but we will see. The fish are all happy. They've all had a morning feed. They're still holding nicely. Well, I say holding, the heat is set to 15 degrees. But yeah, talk about that in an up and coming video. But yeah, so what is a koi club? For those of you that have never been to a koi club meeting, I sincerely suggest you go. I took over the Peterborough Koi Club 2 years ago from Richard. He could no longer look after the club, so I took over from him. We are restarting a committee ready for next year. We've got a committee, our first committee meeting next month. But what's involved with a koi club? Well, from our club, our point of view, we do very similar things to other clubs, but it's just basically a group of friends, obviously make new friends, all meet up once a month, sometimes more, to talk about koi, ponding, and anything else, football, travel, you know, whatever you've been doing. It's just basically a club where you can meet up, have a conversation. You get to see lots of lovely ponds. Obviously you've seen by my videos this year, we've been to some amazing ponds. We also did a club swap with Stoke-on-Trent Koi Club and saw some of their absolutely stunningly beautiful ponds. It was fantastic. A lot of people in this hobby, when their friends and family come over, they want to go out, they want to talk about their filter system, they want to talk about their fish, they want to say how beautiful that one is, and the people that own the fish can appreciate it, but the people that are not into koi, they listen, don't they? They listen, but they can't appreciate it like we do. So yeah, by joining a koi club, if you invite the koi club over to your place, you can talk about your fish, your setup, and everybody there will appreciate it. They all know what a good koi is. They all know how pumps, filters, pipe work works. So when you're talking about it, not only do they listen, they understand. They're impressed. Not that anybody's impressed with my little puddle, almost 12,500 litres, but compared to some of the ponds in the Koi Club, this is definitely nothing special. It does my fish and they're happy, and that's all that matters. I haven't had any issues at all in the main pond this year, and I'm really surprised how well this pond works. So yeah, Koi Clubs. We have days out, we do club swaps, we meet at dealers, we do all sorts of things. We get free tea and coffee provided by the club. It comes out now for our club. This year it was £15 because I did invest quite a bit of money in bits and bobs for the club to help the club become better, such as a great big urn and an events table and membership cards and a few other bits and bobs. But next year we're going back down to £10 like it was the year before, because that money has now been recouped. So for £10 a year you get between 10 and 12 meets a year plus events. So you know, it works out at basically a £1 a trip, and you get free tea and coffee out of it as well. So you know, if you have one coffee every meet, it's paid for itself, isn't it? And you get the day out. We do our meets first Sunday of the month, 10 AM, we say till 12, but as long as the host is okay with it, you can stay as long as you like. I'm normally there till 1, 2 o'clock, packing away and chatting and stuff, because it's nice to just, you know, when everyone else has left, just have a one-on-one and chat and ask any questions you didn't get to ask beforehand. But yeah, so I won't be without the Peterborough Koi Club. Absolutely love it. Even if I did decide to give up chairman one day, to give me a bit of a life back, but no, I do enjoy it. Absolutely love just spending the day with like-minded people, and as I say, you get to go amazing places, Stoke-on-Trent, dealers, other ponds, just great. So yeah, I'll snap back to you all in a bizzle. So it's late in the afternoon now. Didn't unfortunately get any footage of the Koi Club being here, although it was the best turnout we've had for a very, very long time, about 15 people. So thank you all for coming. We all had a great morning. I'm still working on Operation Garden Tidy Up. As it's almost bonfire night, I am sorting out my wood pile and getting rid of the rubbish. I think the bottom's fallen through on the old bitty bub, but never mind, we'll get there. Most of this pile around here is all going to be burnt, all they're going to be burnt, everything's going to be burnt. Still got a bit to clear out down there. If it's not in the log shed or in the wood shed, it ain't staying pretty much. And I've got to see what's under that blue thing. No meat, there's something stored under there. Yeah, and we'll continue clearing this corner. And once all the wood's burnt, it's then down to sort out all these buckets. Now I was obviously using them for my Daphnia cultures, which mostly all died off now. It's a bit cold for them, but I transferred a load into the water butt and they are thriving in there. So I'll keep the one down the allotment, has Daphnia in it every year. They seem to just keep coming back and coming back, so I'm hoping they'll do the same in my water butt, which means come the spring I can then transfer them into somewhere else if I have fry again. Yeah, so I will continue doing that, but I won't make you watch me. So on that note, guys, thanks all for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.